Yes. Okay. Wow. Facebook, I mean, YouTube has all kind of new features and stuff like that that I'm not accustomed to. But all praises anyway to the divine. All praises. I had to chime in. I really have been avoiding coming on YouTube for a little bit because there's just so much going on, you know, and I am just eternally grateful. I don't know, the lighting is going on with right now. The lighting is not its best at this juncture, but I thank the Most High any which way. I'm eternally grateful. Um, all praises, all praises, all praises, all praises, all praises to the divine. You know, let me see how I can say this. Welcome to the transitioning table. This is where we come to share what our transition has been, our transition journey, whether it's transitioning from the diaspora to the motherland, transitioning from being single to being married, transitioning from being married to being divorced, transitioning from not having children to now having children, all of the transitions of life. That is what the transitioning table is all about. It's making those helping other people to share in your journey. And I wanted to come because I heard about the stories, the situations that has occurred in Gambia. You know, I don't do media and what is happening out there with everybody else and all that different stuff. I truly choose to use my platform to inspire and to encourage and to build up people. CME to all of you, CME, CME, kingdom greetings, great awakening to all. It's good to have you with me and those who would listen to this broadcast even later. Um, Many of you know that I traveled to Kenya as a single woman to do this work that the Most High has called me to. And I travel in all humility. I am so eternally grateful for those who support me in this journey and still support me to the day. I mean, I have persons that are in my circle that I am so forever grateful that the Most High connect me with them because trust you me, without them, I mean, I know the Most High would raise up other people, yes, but trust you me, their obedience to support financially, support with their prayers, support with their words of encouragement, various ways of support that I've been getting and still get. I am eternally grateful for it. And it keeps me in that place of humility. I also want to bless the Most High for Nabi Jonathan. Oh my goodness. Y'all have not seen him as yet. Y'all will see him soon. Trust you me, he sends his love and his appreciation for those who've been asking about him, being concerned. You know, as you know, YouTube had taken his whole channel and stuff like that. So that has been one of the things. And then he's taking time for self and for family. Yes. And so that's another good thing. I'm so proud of him with is building that family, building his family and working with that. Because ministry is very cool, as you all saw the attacks that he took, the licks that he took from one person to the next person to the next person, even from in his inner circles and stuff like that. And so I'm proud of the man that he is and he is becoming and growing into. So I salute him. It's because of him I came into the Bantu truth and who we are as Bantus. Yeah, so Nabi Jonathan, he sends his love to all who have been asking about him. And I really am so proud of him. And I thank the Most High for allowing him to be in my life at such a strategic time. And so I want to come to you, family, because as you see the topic, my heart cries. My heart cry because in previous videos I always said coming here to the continent, it is a joy to come home. It is, I mean, it is an honor to be here. It really is. It's humbling. It is mesmerizing. Seeing nature, seeing red elephants, seeing baboon just running across the street, seeing zebras and all of the nature in its wild, in its place, but also learning the ways of our people that are here on the continent. You would understand why Memorandum 46 was put in place. You would understand why they would put out a lot of negative videos about the continent, because for me, when you drive around or you go to the beach and stuff like that, you don't see much of us living on the beach lines and stuff like that. Even though the continent has more of us here than them, you still see more of them coming and visiting and going on the safaris and all that different stuff than our very own coming home and coming and visiting and seeing and experiencing and enjoying. Um, my heart cries for those ladies um, that has lost their lives in Gambia. The most recent one I heard this morning was a lawyer that lost her life, and the battle is about land. And many of you, oh my goodness, many of you desire to purchase land here. Many of you desire to purchase land here. I will say to you, please take time. Don't rush because you hear a good deal. Take time and do your due diligence. Do the research. Look into the company that you're saying you're purchasing the land from. Look into the person that say they selling the land. Look into the family that's saying they selling the land. Yeah, I jumping right into it because I have to. Because many of you with your zeal and your joy and your love to want to come home, you sending your money to people to purchase land for you, to purchase things for you. Then when you get here, you find out what you say you purchased didn't happen. Or you find yourself now in the middle of a dispute. I'm looking at a gentleman and I think it's in Ghana. He bought this land, he's been on the land, he's been cultivating the land, he's bought equipment. He's raising goats. And now the chief of the area come and tell him he can't raise goats there. All that thousands and thousands of dollars invested. Now what do he do? What do he do? And let me tell you something. The continent isn't the only place that these things happened, but they highlight it because it's the continent, because they don't want you to come. Because I know of situations and land issues in America. I know of situations and land issues in the Bahamas. I know of situations and land issues in Jamaica, in Barbados, in the US Virgin Islands. In so many other places, there's the same land issues, people dying over land issues. I come to encourage you today because I am still here. 3 years later, I am still here. I'm still doing the work. I may not come to YouTube like how I used to come to YouTube, but I'm still here on ground. Because why? I'm on ground now, going into the trenches and finding out information. I'm not trying to put the information out in the public airs like that because I realize that YouTube has been taking down a lot of my videos now. So I'm not trying to come and put the information out there. But then when persons contact me, I can give them information. I have the information that I can give to them. I can give sound encouragement, directions. Because why? You cannot just come to this land and think that you could come with your diaspora mentality and just conquer. This land will conquer you. These people will conquer you. This government will conquer you. So don't start throwing stones at Africa, at Kenya, at Gambia, at South Africa, at Tanzania, because of the people, because we are the same people. If you go to America, you will encounter some same issues. If you go to the Bahamas, you will encounter some same issues. If you go to Jamaica, you will encounter some same issues. If you go, see, the thing is this. You know what we say in the Bahamas, the pot don't call, what you call it? Fishermen don't call their fish stink. So because I'm from the Bahamas, I would defend the Bahamas. No, the Bahamas don't do it. I know quite well the Bahamas do these same things. I'm from America, so I say, you don't get these things in America. So I would defend America because that's my country. But when somebody else in another country do it, you want to tear that country down. You want to blow it to smithereens because it happened there. Kenya alone has more than 50 million people. Just Kenya. And Kenya is a small country to Tanzania. I want to talk about, where this is now? Nigeria. Nigeria got more than 120 million, I think. You could Google it. They have some census out there of how many million people living in one country. I am sorry, I'm not insensitive of the life and the lives that have been lost. But I'm a single woman in Kenya. 3 years later, still standing strong. You know why? Sometimes it's our attitude, the spirit of entitlement that some of our people come here with. I am an African descendant, so why they can't give me the land? They're even giving the land to their own people that was born here. People born here don't have land. People born here still living in mud houses with with mud floors, no tiling, no Valcom, no nothing on the floor. People living here still have outside toilets. I mean, yes, there are some places in America which still have outside tables, but they won't tell you that. There are places in America who got tent cities, but they won't tell you that. We have people in the Bahamas who are homeless. We still got some areas in the Bahamas, we still got outside toilets. And we consider ourselves more modernized. We have to adjust our attitudes when we go into another country. Yes, we say we're coming home. Yes, we say this is the motherland. This is where our ancestors come from. Yes, I don't deny none of those disputes. But you got to humble yourself when you come. You got to humble yourself. You got to get to know the people, interact with the people, fellowship and socialize with the people, get to know the mindset and the thinking of the people, because these people are being colonized and they still colonize. Not because they say they're independent, they're still interdependent. The people have been taught, brainwashed to look for handout, hand to mouth. So when they see us come, they see us as another cash cow to bring money for them to eat. That's all they're looking for, something for them to eat, to survive. The battle, this is all about survival for them. A lot of people are still in survival mode. 2024, people are still in survival mode. So I watched some videos of our people who have even come, who are here. The arrogance, the bullying. We are Bantus and da 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 da. Come on. Where's the humility? Where's the love? Or some of these people who, and some people don't even know that they Bantu. Some people just want to come home. They just know that they are descendants of Africa and that's it. Some of these people who you see come, ain't all of them come because of I'm a Bantu. Some people just come because guess what? They tired of the diaspora. They tired of America. They tired of UK. They tired of the ill treatment. They tired of being around. And so they come in. But guess what they're coming with? Attitudes. They come in with arrogance. They come in with entitled, that spirit of entitlement. I'm entitled to be here. My money. I bring in my money. I bring in my education. I bring in my knowledge. Attitude. See how far it can get you. I can tell you one thing. You'll be spending plenty of money trying to get things done and be run around in circles for years and years until you humble yourself and learn the system. And sit back and wait out. Let time. Let time. Let time. See, let me tell you something. One thing I know. Time. But let me tell you something. Man and time, two different things. I know how to play the waiting game. I could do that. I've learned to wait. Why is I waiting on you? Anybody, you ever go to a restaurant? Go to a restaurant, and a busy restaurant. That waiter don't only have you one to serve. That waiter have many other people to serve. So why is you waiting for him to bring your food? He got to go and take food to the next table. That's me. I know how to be a waiter. I know how to serve or do multiple. I know how to multitask. So why is you playing the fool? I can go and start serving some other people. Why is you making up your mind what you want to order from the menu? And you keep on telling me, come back, I'll come back. But why is I waiting? I go in to serve other people. That's what you need to do when you come here. And that's it. Every country has their rules and regulations. Every country. Some of these people come here with this spirit of entitlement, and they know they don't have the same entitlement where they come from. They gotta abide by the rules, the laws, and the regulations of the land where they came from. Africa is not one country. Africa is a continent of 54 recognized countries and 12 countries that are not, I think it's 12 or 8 countries that are not recognized by the UN. But people on the continent know that they're there. And even so, some of the people on the continent don't even know how many countries are on the continent. You could go to Gambia and start asking people on the streets, how many countries are in Africa? Some of them can't tell you. It was so hilarious. I was watching on YouTube and I was asking them, what is the capital of Africa? Africa don't have a capital. It's a continent. Every country has its own capital. Like for Kenya, Nairobi. South Africa, I think it's Johannesburg. Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. what you call that place? Nigeria, they just changed their capital again. So it is not Lagos no more. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? Every place have its own capital. It has its laws and it has family. I would tell you, come home. I come visit, come see, come and see. Oh, taste and see that the continent is good. But you got to change this mentality, this mindset that you have. Don't come looking for um I laughing at a friend of mine. He had posted about him missing the different flavors of Doritos and stuff like that. We have some Doritos here, but it ain't a variety of Doritos that you'll have in America. And I'm happy I'm not on those things anymore because them things are toxic anyway. When you learn of the chemicals that they put in these, anyway, I'm not. Let me do because for YouTube, but I am not a medical doctor. I don't have that medical thing because all of my videos, I don't do medical things, but YouTube pulling my things down saying for medical reasons. I don't give medical advice on my channel. But anyhow, so I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm saying some of the things that you may be accustomed to, the various foods and drinks and stuff like that, you may be accustomed to. The same brand may not be here, but there are some things you can make the adjust. It's all about making the mental adjustments. Mind over matter, because the things that you became accustomed to was something that was introduced to you any which way. When you came out of your mother's womb, you didn't come out, oh, I so love Doritos, oh, I so love tortilla, oh, I so love. All of these things was acquired taste over time. Oh, I so love fried chicken. Oh, I can't do without my Popeyes or my Kentucky or my Wendy's and whatever. Oh, I can. Everything was an acquired taste. So if you cannot make those mental adjustments, I don't think moving is for you. If you cannot get out that space and that spirit of entitlement, oh, the power always limited. And yes, we have power outage here. We have water shortage here sometimes too. As much and some of these things for me now, I'm realizing is created scarcities. Because for a place that has so much in abundance of water, in abundance of the ability to create power, the scarcity that we experience here is man-made. Bottom line. We should come with a mentality, how are we going to band together to make it better? But not with an attitude. How do I fit in the system? Because let me tell you something. In order to change something, you got to be able to be in it. Okay, this is a bottle of water, right? In order for salt to penetrate this water, salt have to go on the inside of it. If salt is not going in on the inside of the water, it cannot change the content of this water. In order for you to be able to be the agent of change, you got to get inside. How do you get inside? With a change of mentality, of the change of your attitude, ability to sit humble in spite of how much you may know, all the wisdom you may have inside your head. You may have a PhD in biochemicals or whatever have you to do with deal with water and stuff like that to be able to tell them. But until you come in and humble yourself and sit at the table as somebody who don't know as much as you, to learn their mentality and how they're thinking. So when you give them you feed them the information, they will think it's their information, and be humble and be happy with that. To be able to watch and sit back and watch the change come by you infiltrating and feeding them some of the information, and they thinking it's their idea. You see how things work? But you can't come being a big bad bully. I am da 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 da, and I come here to change. You can follow after. No, it don't work like that. That's where you create resistance. That's where resistance come in. And that's the truth, my beautiful Bantu sister. Healthy food is cheaper here. Hey, I tell them it is cheaper to eat healthy than to eat fast food. It is cheaper to eat healthy. I could get a whole watermelon for what you consider a dollar in the US. Here, I talk about a slice of watermelon. I talk about the whole watermelon. I get a whole pineapple for less than a dollar, sometimes, depending. But the most I would pay for a pineapple is maybe $1.50. Apples, oranges, grapes, especially the black currant grapes, um, mangoes, avocados, sweet potatoes. But oh my goodness, my banana lady. Hey, she spoiled me with bananas. My mango lady, she spoils me with mangoes. Oh, tell me where you could go and get 5 mangoes for $1. Tell me, nowhere. But here, you can. And maybe in another country on the continent, you may even get more than 5 for $1, you know? But here in Kenya, I'm loving it. I can eat. I'm eating healthier now. I mean, I don't know if y'all know that. Yeah, I drop a little bit of because I chose now to really, you know, change my diet for real this time. Not just play with it, but literally living it. I'm living the change. I'm living the change. But it comes with a mindset. Like I said, my heart cries for those who've lost their life, especially this Gambia thing that is going on. As they say, this is the fifth, I don't know, the fifth woman, single woman, lost their life. And this one was a lawyer over, guess what again? Land dispute. She said she'd been going back and forth. I was watching a video from her. She said she'd been going back and forth to Gambia. She's from the UK. She's been going back and forward to Gambia for the past it's 12 years or something like that. And but she relocated for the past 2 years. So maybe being some more than 2 years she's been there, maybe being more, you know. But land, family, I come to you, my heart's cry. Come to the continent. Visit. If you come in just to visit, to consider relocating. But if you just got your mind make up, I am coming and I'm not going back, come with an attitude to learn. Empty yourself. Try. Start emptying yourself of it's my way kind of attitude. Try to empty yourself of if I can't get this kind of attitude. I am here in the coastal area, and I was told before I even came, when you go to the coast, these people don't move fast. They move slow. They take their time. These people shut down their business for lunch, and they tell you point blank, if you wanted it today, you should have come from yesterday. That's it. If you wanted it today, you should come from yesterday. So what I'm saying is, don't be in a rush. Slow down. Take it easy. Enjoy. You're in the coast. So I really want to encourage you. Please, please, don't come with a spirit or a mindset of entitlement. Come humble. Humble yourself, or guess what? The continent, these different countries will humble you. You could go to a fast-paced place. You could go to there are some places that are fast-paced. If you go into Nairobi, Nairobi is a fast-paced. You understand? If you still want that city life, you could go into Nairobi. If you want a city life, you could go into Dar es Salaam. If you want a city life, you could go into Johannesburg. If you want a city life, you could go into Lagos or Abuja. If you want that city life, you could go into Kampala. Yeah, if you want that city life, you could go into Cairo. So you understand? But if you really come to really change the pace of life and enjoy an authentic change. You got to get out of that city and get into those little towns, the little places, the little corners. And there again, that calls for a major adjustment. Because then in those little areas, there's no big fancy supermarket. It is so good. It feels so good to go to the fresh fruit market and the mamas and everybody there. They know you. They may not know your name, but they know you. They know what you're coming for. They know you going to this person for your bananas. They know you going to this person for your oranges. I try to spread myself. I don't try to just buy everything from one person. They know you go to this person to get some greens, and you go to this person to get your mangoes, and these persons to see sometimes, the fellas, they're fighting which one can be able to get to you first to sell you something, because they know that you're a customer that's going to come and purchase, a few things from them. But they know you. That's what you want. You want an authentic experience. You want to be a part of the fabric of the community. Even sometimes I jump on some of the on the bikes and tell them I go in, take me to the market. Sometimes I don't jump in the tuk-tuk. Sometimes I jump on the back of the bike and let them take me. They don't drive crazy here in the coast, in Malindi especially. They don't drive crazy here. They take their time with you. You understand? And I tell them, listen, and I have my particular drivers who I ride with. So they know, don't drive fast with this mama. So become a part of, don't just jump in and want to be the boss. Jump in and just want to be a part of the community. Even to some of the restaurants I go to, they're like, oh, it's so good to see. I know some of the people be looking around like, oh, what's so special about her? Because I go inside there and I talk with them and I try to learn a little bit of Swahili, and enjoy their dishes and stuff like that. You understand? That's it. Fit in, and then why should what do you say? What do you tell them? What the script they give us with the spies? Go and spy out the land. Go and spy out. You're there living. Yes, you're there to stay, but find out the ways of the people. Talk and listen. Watch and observe the ways of the people. Yes, sometimes when they hear your Muzungu English, and Muzungu English is just color in terms of being Caucasian, it's Muzungu is being foreign. The language you speak, the English you speak. And so if something costs $1, they would charge you 3. And that don't only just happen here on the continent, that happens everywhere. Even in America, a couple of times you go in these stores, they don't put prices on the things, and they realize you went from there, they charge you a higher price. We go to the Bahamas, the same thing. Something costs $2, they turn around and tell you it's 10. Yeah. So we like to condemn the continent, condemn the various countries in Africa, but the countries we coming from, ain't no better. The only thing is with Africa, it's a raw material that you can work with. But when you're coming from developed countries, raw material, it is what it is. Fabrics of life is sketched and tagged. But here, at least, there is some adjustments and some cultivating can be done. Some training can be done. Some educating can be done. But are you humble enough to be, I don't use the word humble because that's the only word really thing of, you understand? Are we humble enough to be able to help instead of condemning and getting an attitude? Are we able to operate in the highest level of vibrating and manifesting, which is love? Love begot love. When you love on people, you start to see the change. They would want to change because, she's showing me love. He's showing me love that they're not accustomed to. A lot of these people are not accustomed to foreigners loving on them. They're just accustomed to being able to come and work for you and take or steal. You try to steal from them and they try to steal from you. And here, especially in this coastal area, I see some things. So you have to know how to love these people. And so for me, um, I had to come. I didn't want to, but I had to come and tell you. My heart cries. It hurts to hear people losing their life because of issues that cannot be solved maturely. Because a lot of times we come with a attitude of entitlement. No, it doesn't give nobody rights to take nobody's life. You don't have the rights to take nobody's life. When we don't know how to resolve issues. That's why you see a lot of the murders that are happening on the streets and stuff like that. People murdering people because they don't know how to resolve issues. What we call it gang violence and all this different stuff. Unresolved issues. And unresolved issues doesn't start as adults. Unresolved issues also start in our childhood. If we never learned how to resolve issues with our siblings as children or our friends in school as children, we grow up with the same attitude. If we don't know how to resolve issues, we go into marriages not knowing how to resolve issues. So, family, my heart cries for my condolences goes out to the families that have lost loved ones that came from the diaspora to the continent to relocate for a better life, but lost their life. My heart really cries out to them. But my heart cries out to those of you who planning on coming to the continent or already here on the continent, and you're still operating in a spirit of entitlement. You can continue to be frustrated, aggravated, agitated, angry, bitter, frustrated, until you humble yourself and realize you need to become a part of the fabric. Become a part of the fabric. And I'm not saying become a part of the fabric in terms of conforming to the ways of the people, but I'm talking about become a part of the fabric that you're learning the ways of the people and know how to better deal with them, how to better work with them, and so you don't be that friction. You working one way, they working another way, but you working together to go forward in the same direction for a better Kenya, for a better Zambia, better Tanzania, better, you know, Botswana, wherever it is you choose to lodge. Let's learn how to work with the raw material that is here. Let's learn how to work with our brothers and sisters on the continent. Let us learn how to work to better this place. The colonizers did a very good job in separating us. They did a very good job in causing us to fight against one another. They made those on the continent believe that those in the diaspora don't like them, and they said in the diaspora believe they said on the continent don't like them. So they did a good job in separating us. Now let's do an even better job in mending us back together. Let's be the bridge. Let's be the tie that binds. That we become that unstoppable, unshakable, unmovable set of people. That people with zeal and tenacity and drive and vision and ambition to become better and not bitter. I love you, family. I honestly do. I love you with every fiber and every cell and every tissue and every sinew that is inside of me. I want us to excel. I want us to work together. I want us to come together. I want us to soar. But it comes with us working with each other and not against each other. If you're only about being seen and heard, if you only about notoriety and only want to sit with the kings and the queens and the chiefs and the presidents and the prime ministers, then kudos to you. But for me, I want to sit with the people. I want to interact with the people. Because yes, those at the top may be making some decisions right now, temporarily. But a shift is taking place and has already taken place. And the hands that separated us will not be able to keep us separated any longer. And so those of us that are on the ground and in the villages and in the by roads, and you understand, we can rise up as a mighty people to reestablish the kingdom, reestablish what is truly called commonwealth. Not commonwealth, one word, two separate words. Commonwealth. That's whereas everyone will be wealthy. And wealthy isn't everybody having $1 billion or $1 million, you know. Wealth is whereas everyone is able to have a place to live and food to eat. A place to live. That's wealth for some people. Some people just want to know that when they have a place to lay their head at night, and when they get up the next morning, they have food to eat. That's wealth for some people. In everybody, wealth is all about $100,000 in the bank. Some people don't even have bank. These people, some of these people don't even know what bank is or have a bank account. You understand? But if we could come to a place of commonwealth, that nobody suffers lack, that everybody is able to eat and have water and have a place to lay their heads, don't have to worry about their children starving or being sick. Now, let me tell you something. That's a healthy country. That's a healthy kingdom. That's a commonwealth kingdom. A kingdom where we have the barter system. I told you all in one of my videos when I visited Uganda. I was so fascinated by the Buganda kingdom when I visited, and I went and visited the palace. And the day I visited the palace was a day they was having this presentation where the clans came and whatever they grew, they came and presented it to the king. And then the king just distributed it among the people who didn't have. That's commonwealth. He who have is able to supply and help take care of those who don't. And those who know how to cultivate the land, teach those who don't know how to cultivate land, how to cultivate land, so they could then learn how to feed their families. The next thing I love about the Buganda kingdom is they make sure almost every land have a jackfruit tree on it. Jackfruit, I don't know the full story on jackfruit, and I know that I see people eating it. I've not even tasted the fruit as yet. I purchased it one time and it went bad on me. But I heard it has great benefits. It can also be cooked as meat. You understand? So let's learn from those who've gone before us. Let's learn from their mistakes. Let's not come with a spirit of haughtiness and high-mindedness and an entitlement. But let's come humble with humility, with love. Let's come wanting to fit in and be a part of. And as for me, that's the kind of community I am working on. I am building. I'm asking as I walk step by step with the Most High, showing me, teaching me, allowing me to be exposed to these different kingdoms. Even in Zambia, that's my heart's thing with Zambia because I keep on getting this pull in my spirit for Zambia. So if anybody know anybody in Zambia, please connect me with them. If we have anybody from the diaspora in Zambia, please give them my email. Let me put my email. My email is on my YouTube thing. So my email, they could email me. I really, because I know that kingdoms are still in operation in Zambia. Also, there are still kingdoms in operation down there. And that's my to see how the kingdom is functioning, how they're ruling. Because, like I say, in Uganda, the Buganda kingdom is still in operation. They still have a parliament. They still have yes, the government have a parliament, but the Buganda kingdom also have its own separate parliament. Yeah. So that's my so they're the things I'm learning. So I may not be coming and doing YouTube videos like I used to, but I definitely will be back more this year with the transitioning table. There are some things on the drawing board and some things I've been talking to a few persons about coming and talking about their transition from the diaspora here on the continent. So we're just setting up some things and getting things together so they can come and speak to you and tell you what their experiences was and is. Yeah. How their transition took place and how they're fitting into the communities that they've been um, placed in or living in and stuff like that. So some things are on the drawing board come 2024. I thank all of you once again for your love, your words of encouragement. I thank you for those who private message me and want to sow a seed into my life, to help me with doing the work here on the ground. Like I said, there is a whole lot that I'm doing. Um, I've not publicized or anything like that. I think I did one video reaching out, but I won't do any more of those videos anymore because that is not, how people who want to help will help. You shouldn't have to come on YouTube and all these other what you call social media platforms and stuff like that. The right people who know what you're doing, the Most High would put you in their spirits, and they would reach out to you and say, whatever name they want to choose to call you, Nabi, Queen, Goddess, Empress. Some people still call you Woman of God or Man of God, whatever names they want to call you. They reach out and say, I want to be a blessing. I just want to sow a seed into what you're doing there. I really love the work that you're doing on the ground. I love hearing the things that you're doing. How do I send, this little something? And let me tell you something. I tell people little is much when the Most High breathe on it. Little is much when the Most High breathes on it. And so my heart cry out to those families that have lost members. My heart cry is to tell you, diaspora, and those of us who are on the ground, let's keep ourselves humble. Let's fit into the fiber. Let's be the change that the people need to see. Let's be the beacon of light. Let us pour love on our brothers and sisters. Many of them don't know nothing other than what the colonizers teach them. And that's what they keep on spewing out with one another. So the colonizers teach them how to steal, and that's what they've been doing. The colonizers has really messed our people up here on the continent and us that were in the diaspora. They really feed us a whole lot of lies. Because our people here on the continent, they really want us to come home. They really do want to help us, but they've been taught how to just to beg, to be to just always just hand them out what you could give me. We have to teach them different. What can we do together to better ourselves? How can we help each other? That's the kind of mentality we need to have. How can we help each other? How what I know from the diaspora and what you know from here, from the continent, from Kenya, from Zambia, from Zimbabwe, how do we, what you know and I know, how can we bring it together? How can we merge as one company? How can we merge? You know, how can we build a kingdom together? That's how what they call it, 3Ds and all them different things are assigned. Two different countries coming together and say, guess what? We can work together. How do you think they was able to cut the continent up the way they did at the conference, Berlin conference? They had to come together and made an agreement. That's why they never fought against one another. They fought against one another in the initial stages, trying to get control in territories. But when they realized they was losing too much people in the war, they said, "Come, let's sit down. Let us reason together." Wow, let's say that. Come, let's reason together. I said it before. Okay, I'm in Kenya. Some of you may be in Tanzania. Some may be in Zambia. How can we reason together and help one another build communities in each one of these areas? How can we? That's what we constantly be too busy. Oh, this one doing this and that one doing that. But if we are one people, I have some skills. I should be able to come to Tanzania and help in Tanzania for a month or 2 months. You have some skills. You should be able to come to Kenya and help me for 1 or 2 months. We have some skills. We should be able to go down to Zambia and help down there. Then we have some skills. We go across to Botswana or Namibia. You understand? This is how. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just dreaming too big. No, I'm not. Thank you. I'm not dreaming too big. It is possible. It's doable. What this American thing? What Rodney King said? Can we all just get along? Can we all just build a kingdom together? Let's build this kingdom. It is doable, family. Mindset. Mindset has to change. Anyway, I think I did say I love you already. I think I did say thank you so many times. Asante sana, nakupenda sana, sana, sana. Matando Masaka, Zolo Kwingi, all those different languages. And in English, I love you and thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Live by purpose, for purpose, on purpose. That's my new saying now. Live by purpose, for purpose, on purpose. Much love, family. Take care of yourself. Until the next time. Oh, one more thing. You'll forget. I love you, and there's nothing you could do about it.